I used to be of the opinion that PCC compensators don't add much value. On paper, 9mm PCCs just don't generate enough gas that can be redirected by the chambers and ports of a compensator to reduce muzzle movement. That was until I got my MPX PCC in January of 2019. The MPX PCC is designed for competition straight from the factory and comes from SIG with a compensator. When I tested it against the previous generation MPX carbine I owned, I had to admit that there was a measurable reduction in how much muzzle movement and red dot bounced that there was during fire. So the MPX PCC became my steel challenge rifle, and the non-compensated MPX carbine I owned was saved for USPSA because I reasoned that the added bounce of the muzzle and the red dot would not make much difference when hitting A-zone targets on paper 10 yards and in, which is the distance I find myself shooting mostly at USPSA targets. And this logic turned out to be about 80% accurate. Where not having the compensator on my USPSA MPX hurt me is on precision or distance targets. I recall one stage in the 2019 Midwest PCC Championship where I had to make about a 25-yard headbox only shot. I think I Charlie Miked that target, partially because I tried to shoot it faster than I should, but also because my dot was bouncing noticeably. So I decided that during the off-season I would try to find a good compensator for my MPX carbine that I use in USPSA. To that end, I reached out to Ryan Zamberlin of Coda Evolution. I had the opportunity to chat with Ryan while we were squatted together for the 2019 Buckeye Blast about the Coda Evolution compensator, which he uses and swears by. He also indicated that feedback from MPX customers he's spoken to has been quite positive. I had an advantage over most MPX shooters in that I already replaced my stock MPX barrel with a super lightweight barrel from Inlead We Trust, which has barrel threading that's natively compatible with the Coda Evolution compensator. Those that have stock barrels can get an adapter to install the Coda compensator on a stock MPX barrel. The Coda Evolution compensator was attractive to me not only because it's a beautiful component, but also because the titanium construction makes it lighter than most of its competitors, and I wanted to keep my USPSA rifle as light as possible. But I'm not going to lie, the aesthetic appeal of the compensator was a big draw to me as well. It's heat anodized inside and out, and there's tremendous attention to detail. I'm a sucker for anodization. Now to test it out, I decided to compare it back-to-back against my MPX PCC. In the following clips, you'll see and hear me double tap 4 different targets on a large steel plate from 10 yards as quickly and accurately as I can hit them. I also tested it with 2 different 9mm rounds. The 124 grain Blazer brass I typically practice with, and the 130 grain Federal Syntec PCC rounds I typically shoot in competition. For each configuration I tested, you'll see a clip at full speed, a clip in slow motion, and one that's zoomed in as well as being in slow motion. Note the muzzle movement in each clip. It's virtually non-existent and a huge improvement from my MPX carbine. While shooting the rifles back-to-back, it appeared that they performed identically to one another. Watching the video clips, it does appear that the MPX PCC has ever so slightly less muzzle bounce, which I attribute to having a heavier barrel. But again, the difference was so slight, I didn't actually notice it while shooting. Here's what the targets look like from 10 yards, and as you can see, accuracy for the entire testing session was quite good. I couldn't be more happier with the Coda Evolution Compensator I put on my MPX carbine. The retail price is $138.99 and can be ordered directly from the Coda Evolution website.
I hope you've enjoyed this production from the Through My Lens YouTube channel. If you did, please click on the like button and do share the video on social media. If you'd like to see more content like it, please do subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and do check out Through My Lens at www.throughmylens.org.